you painting or putting together? Mhm. Just making sure I got it right. That's what I thought. Fuck, I don't know. Fuck you. No, it's definitely not that. Hold on. It's just more a VTuber without the space. Yeah. Bam. Oh, your neck hurts? What have you been doing? Damn it. Nothing fun. Okay. Okay.
And we're unmuted. Hello! Welcome
Hi,
to the
everyone.
lovely stream. Today I'm joined by a good friend, Mora. She's a
Ooh, I'm a
VTuber.
good friend. Hi.
You're a
Hi,
very
everyone.
good
I'm good. I'm
friend.
good friend Mora. Hi.
You're good.
I'm good friend Mora.
I'm sorry, this is
That's
chaotic
my new
friend
title
Mora.
now.
I forgot my bottle. Give me a sec.
Okay. Just wander off. How's it going, everyone? I don't know what we're painting. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
So what are
We
we doing today? What are we painting? Or what are you painting and what am I watching? I have no painting skills. Painting terrifies me. I don't think I'll ever try painting.
I think you will. I think you will.
No, I don't think I will.
I think you will.
I think it would ruin anything I built.
I don't believe that.
Oh, I've tried painting before and I believe it wholeheartedly.
Well, I don't. I'm sorry. I believe
Damn.
that everyone is capable of being able to paint and being able
Not
to...
everyone.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
everyone.
okay, you know what? People...
Not everyone.
Yes, you're right, because some people can't hold paintbrushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. You got me. Are you happy?
Like me. I have shaky hands all the time. Look at that big boy. Oh, he's chunky.
Mora, look at my hand. I literally shake all the time.
That's me. It's me. But
It
look at that guy. He's big. Oh, you got a teeny one. Look at him.
I got some baby ones. This is one of the ones I just did as
Look
well.
at the Bobby.
The Bobby.
The
So
little baby, the big boy.
We will just be finishing up on some of these guys. We're gonna be yapping about things, getting to know each other a little bit more intimately.
Oh damn, it's one of those streams.
Nah, not necessary.
What are we gonna be talking about? I'm curious now. Am I gonna get blind? Is this an intervention?
Yes, Mora.
Oh my god, I gotta go.
I
gotta go now.
I'm here to discuss your drinking problem.
What drinking problem? Water? That's all I drink is water and coffee.
You're right. That's all you drink is water and coffee. You should be broadening your flavors, trying new things.
I do. I just need water to live, and coffee is just nice.
Coffee's nice. Water to live.
Coffee is nice.
Coffee is very nice. I love coffee.
Yeah.
I haven't had coffee in forever. I tried. I went to Starbucks. I forgot what I ordered. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what it was. It's like, well, it was the ice thing and blah blah. It's like, but do you want like the special one? And I was like, what do you mean the special one? It's like, oh, like the special of the month one. I'm like, oh, I said yes, even though I didn't want it.
Oh, don't do that. Never. Oh, no. Okay.
It was good. It was just sugary as crap. It was an Oreo Frappuccino.
Oh, yeah. Their fraps are super, super sugary.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The mocha Frappuccinos are very good in my opinion. I love them. But at the same time, like... You start adding ooh, cookies and such into your coffee, I start questioning, is it the caffeine that's gonna get me, or is it the sugar that's gonna make me crash?
Yeah, you're just gonna crash and have like the worst headache ever unless you drink like 5 gallons of water.
Yeah, well, and that was on a day that I was up at like 5 a.m., had a stream, had government stuff, and like a few other things.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
So it's like I got it, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Oh well, you know.
You live, you learn.
You live, you learn, you make mistakes, you suffer from anxiety.
Oh, same. Yeah, there's like certain things that I can't have trouble doing.
Yeah, I sometimes get peer pressure on the spot pretty quickly to buy things if I'm like next
Yeah,
in line and shit. And it's like, no, I just want to talk to you. It's like, I want to talk to you, figure this out. It's like, she just want to talk to you.
you're just like, please don't,
And then all at the same time, it's like,
please don't talk to me.
and it's like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Dang it. Sunday bullshit.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely like a mix of that and then that that people pleaser, and you too. I don't know if you suffer from that. I have
I,
people pleaser tendency,
I,
so I always say yes to everyone, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? I just overloaded myself for no reason.
I do that. I do that a lot with walk because I'm the type of person who firmly believes if I say I'm going to do something, it should be done.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's
And
yeah.
unfortunately, that also causes you people to realize you do that, so they give you more shit to do.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's
Brats.
bad to be too good at your job. You
Yeah,
just want to do enough, especially if you're not a manager and don't have to do extra. They'll always rely on you. That's
I
what
was a
I've
manager.
noticed. Awful.
That's why I got fucked.
Yo,
So,
don't get fucked.
all right. So,
Hi.
I'm.
So what? Oh, what? What?
So you see this lovely one? Are you able to see all the lovely colors on him?
Yeah. I can actually see the stream on my end. Pretty. It's good.
So we will be using this as our template for the lovely colors, and doing that to this big boy.
Nice. What do you
Okay.
have left to do with the big boy?
The big boy's actually done completely.
Okay.
I'm just doing touch-up paints on him and just touch-up paints on a lot of my other guys. We're going to be finishing this guy's arms because he should look something like this. Has a little
Oh,
bitty
okay.
chainsaw, and then just a little bitty thing that shoots molten lava at you, from my understanding.
He's just a little guy.
Just a little
I do.
guy.
I do that too. That's great.
Yeah. Did you see the new Helldivers?
Oh, I'm gonna I can't do bots anymore, dude. I can't do that. Oh my god, the Striders with the stratagem jammer.
No,
Like
no,
what
no,
the
no,
fuck?
no, no, no. Have you seen the new Bond coming out?
No. I have not
It's
seen that yet.
it's cowboy themed.
I
We don't get
love
cowboy.
that.
I don't think we get cowboy hats, which sucks because missed opportunity though.
Oh yeah, the helmets. But
Yeah,
still, I like that.
but at the same time, we get dynamite, and
Stop it.
yeah, we get dynamite. It's a throwable. It's gonna be so great.
I love that. Some TNT.
Yes. It's in your Discord server. In games, somebody posted the video that Sony posted.
Oh,
That
okay, yeah.
yeah, you just saw me post dynamite and was probably like, oh yeah, that's just Cleo being Cleo.
I was just like, oh, okay.
It's like, oh, it's Cleo. Okay.
I was like, dynamite.
uh, and then we're just painting the little boy's eyes. If my eyes will focus enough to let me do that today.
You're just gonna stare at it and hope.
I always find the right eye is easier than the left eyes. I don't fucking know why.
Don't fuck up. That's the only advice I have for you.
I appreciate that advice. That's good advice.
Yeah, I thought so
Look,
too.
I'm not sure if you can see it, but his eyes are blue now. Give me a sec. Let me grab one of my mini streaming assets around here.
Ooh, nice.
Just have a bunch. I just have like a ring light on the floor. It's great.
Hey, if you need it, you need it.
If you need it, you need it. See the pretty eyes?
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's nice.
And
That
then
is nice.
if you look at the left knee, you can see kind of a splotching on the gold.
Yeah. Ooh, technique.
So that's just a small mistake I made all of y'all when I was painting. So
It doesn't look bad though, honestly.
no, it
It
absolutely.
kind of looks more intentional. At least I thought so.
In some aspects, I do like the intentional mess up. And if I make an intentional mess up and I like it, 100% it stays. Because with a bunch of this, so up until recently, it went from me having this color as my only color for these guys to eventually these two colors, then these three, and now I have all this green.
Ooh.
So that's all this is. It's just green. Because the original colors for my army were going to be a wall green, which is kind of like, it reminds me of military green for some reason.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Even though I know I will get a bunch of people disagreeing with me on that because this is definitely military green as well. But that's the thing, it's like, there's a lot of military greens, guys.
Yeah, slightly different shades and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because, like, when it comes down to it, it's like, you can't paint a uniform the same. You're not going to get a 1-1 match on, like, the uniform and the vehicle. Ever. Yeah. So, eventually I started playing around. So, these 3 greens right here, and then every color here, and then a few from over here, made this guy. And it just mostly comes down to playing with different techniques and just learning to make mistakes.
Makes sense.
Because until I finished with the legs here, I 100% was just sitting here on stream like, up, I fucked that up, I fucked that up, I fucked it up enough, it looks good.
I love that. That would be me 100%.
And that's, wait, can you say something?
Hello.
Okay, good. Want to make sure that you were being picked up.
Oh, good. Okay. I was supposed to say I wasn't sure if I was being loud enough or not.
You know, I believe you're loud enough.
Perfect.
If you're not, chat will tell me.
Hell yeah. Hi, chat. Hi, everyone.
What's up, everyone? All you lovely locals coming and lurking on me. Love you all.
How many Warhammer things have you done?
I have 3 armies. One is the Knights here. They're known as Imperial Knights. They solve the Imperium of mankind. Then you have Space Marines, with my hand, which are these little boys. And they solve the Imperium of mankind as well as his Angels of Death. They're the equivalent of super soldiers to any other type of sci-fi type thing. Except Warhammer 40k went super hard with them.
Oh.
And then you have these little guys, which is known as the Adeptus Mechanicus. And these are just humans that gave up their flesh.
That's morbid.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, the the main phrase for Warhammer 40k is "In the grimdark future of the universe, there is only war." All right. So everyone's at war with everyone. It is a satire. The entire storyline to a point is satire based, like Starship Troopers, where it,
Okay.
where it, every army over glorifies themselves to the point of satire. Yeah. To the point where it's like, yes, war is bad. This is a tabletop game, though. Calm down.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but unfortunately, there are still people who don't understand that. Like, hey, don't do that. Don't be mean. Shameful. So, one of the biggest problems in the game is cheating.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Who would have thought about that? I don't hear a bunch about cheating scandals at like large tournaments, thankfully. Usually it's just small things like, oh yeah, this person wasn't playing their stuff right despite being told numerous times over, like, hey, you're playing it wrong. And things like that. So it's like, which, there's a lot of rules in the game, as you can imagine. So,
Oh, sure.
because you've played, oh, you got a funky looking eye. I need different colors for you. You play D&D.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So, and how many rules are there just to create a character?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Come over to Warhammer 40k, same problem. Lots of rules, and not many, like, yeah, you're gonna read them, but, like, you're gonna forget them too. So, like, how many people don't know what a specific spell does or what a specific class action does in D&D, right?
Hmm.
Bring it over to Warhammer, well, you go from story-oriented to tone-based, and every army has its own rules, its own models,
Oh, that's a
and
lot.
yeah. Well, the gameplay rules all stay the same. So, to show an example, these two guys kind of look like they're the same, right?
Yeah, similar, yeah.
This one is stronger than this one.
Oh.
And it all just comes down to the armor, though. So, kind of see the back of the legs here?
Hmm.
So this is known as gratis armor. This is known as tactics, right?
So
Same,
that one's lower than
not though. It's just a different armor, right? So, because technically this one outranks this one, right? Because he's the standard bearer of his troop. We always outrank you. Speaking from experience.
Gotcha.
And the reason for that is the Gaidon is the one who fights on the front line and dies on the front line. So we're typically pretty close to our commanders in terms of, like, some authority.
Okay.
At least when everyone's the same rank. Once you get out of basic, that all changes pretty quickly. But yeah, when I was in basic, I was essentially like the third person in charge of everyone. And then you had the squad leaders. And it's like, why, yes, I am not in the position of leadership. I am the one in front of you guys. So if I'm sitting up here looking professional, y'all better be doing the same thing I am. And stuff like that is how we were always taught. It's like, you listen to the guide on barrel because they are the ones who will, back in the old days, Gaidans were sent into war without weapons. The only weapon you had was your flag. Brilliant idea, right?
I love that.
Well, and that's why, like, nowadays it's more of just a. That's why it's given to low-ranking people. It's just like, yeah, you're disposable. But being a guide on it was, God, it was hell, and I loved every second of it. If that makes sense. I did it for 8 years of my life in the military. Ugh. All right, but yeah. So, and the difference in strength is literally just he's a toughness 4 and he's a toughness 6. And then there's another one that's a toughness 5, and I think there's another one that's a toughness 3. You know, because just like in real life, the more armor you have, the harder you are to hit.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you two of Onyx's people.
Show me, show me.
So these are known as the Cow. They are also known as fish people, the Gundam community, and things like that. So most of their units are giant robots from space.
That's so cool.
Isn't it? And then you take and you move into the smaller boy robots.
They're all like so cool. Some of them pretty detailed too.
Oh no, that's the thing. That's why. So that's one of the reasons why the game is like super goddamn expensive. Is just the idea of, oh hey, by the way, look at the detail. Look at it.
Ooh.
So I will admit, you don't get to see much of like the intricate detail on like the Space Marines. All the, well, mostly just casual Space Marines. Because they're kind of flat and not, like, you can do a lot with them, but ideally there's not much going on with them because they are just soldiers. You switch over to Chaos Space Marines, though, you get a lot more detail. Like the last guy I just, yo, what's up, Fat Jesus? Look at this crotch. Yeah.
What's up, FJ?
What's up, FJ? You move over to Chaos or a few of the other units that have more twisty and bendy type forms, and you start picking up on the detail real quick. It gets insane.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, I heard Warhammer stuff can be pretty expensive too. I don't know if that's right or not. That's just what I've been hearing since I started Gunplas. Everyone's like, "Oh, Warhammer expensive." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yes, Warhammer is expensive. You are paying a company that really does, in my opinion, I think they do fine work with what they produce. They pay a lot of attention to the detail of their models. Okay? What I don't like about it is the price, but that's a lot of small details. There's a lot of things you got to do with them, and we're getting a lot of more pieces than what you get in Gundam. Right? So, how much was. I have a real grade Gundam. Give me a sec. So, a real grade Gundam cost me $39. Right?
yeah."
A squad of 3 of these guys is 60. A squad of 5 of these guys is 60. 2 of these is 90. 1 of these is 30. This was 150, right?
Okay. Some of them aren't too bad. That's not too
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. And the thing with this one is, it's like, okay, I only get one of it. It's $30. Well, I only need technically one of these guys. He does some cool combat tricks, but that's why I use him. This guy I need a lot more of because he shoots flames and really good flames. And I don't need any more of this guy because I have 20 of him, which is way more than I probably need. Oh. But then you also have to realize, and what I feel like a lot of people don't talk about is you're done, you're finished. You're not getting painted today. I don't know why you're over. Oh yeah, I was editing you. Yeah. Oh, ah. I'm coming back, I promise. I'm not crazy. I'm not abandoning you. Just getting some food for thought, right?
Ooh.
Alright, so remember how we were talking prices, right?
Yeah.
Two of these guys was, if you don't remember, it's fine. I promise I'm not trying to like
I
test you.
forget. It's just
Random quiz, by the way. Sorry.
I failed.
No,
Oh
no,
my
you're fine.
god, I failed my
So
Warhammer class already.
you did. I'm so sorry about it. It's fine. We'll teach you more later. Right now, we're just discussing prices. So two of these guys usually cost between 80 and 100, right? So we'll balance that into say 90, right? At
Yep.
my shop, they're $86. I've seen them as high as 96. I've seen them as low as 75. Just kind of depends on the stock and shit. So
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
$90 plus $90 is 120. Oh, 180, right?
Mhm.
Each one of these big boys alone would cost me about 150.
Oh wow.
So we have $300 there combined with the 180 comes to $480, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
For Christmas last year, Games Workshop released a box designated to the Imperial Knights that contained all of this for $250.
Oh wow, so a little discount, okay.
A giant discount, mind you. Because every summer and every winter they release several boxes, and they're always army themed based on something, and they always have a roadmap letting you know what's coming out too. So we know that come Christmas, I'm going to be extremely happy. Oh, I'm sorry, not Christmas. Come summer or Christmas, one of them, I'm going to be extremely happy because one of my favorite units and chapters within the Space Marines, the Salamanders, is getting a dedicated touch up.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Rumors have theories for anything from, oh, we could be getting new armor, or new models, new detachments, new rules, new character models, such as the Primarch of the Salamanders, Vulcan Histar, or Vulcan, right?
Yep.
And they let you know these. The problem is, it's slow, okay? That's everything, though. You're not always going to get everything you want when you want it. Sorry to tell you guys that. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Really, I. But they do make some strides and efforts in their things. From what I've seen compared to recent years, this year, it seems as though they're cataloging, their ordering for Christmas was actually carried out very well.
Ew.
However, I take and I the main I think the main problem people have with Games Workshop is not Games Workshop itself, just the distributors of it. And I'm not talking about the local game shops. I'm talking about the people the local game shops get their stuff from if it's not Games Workshop directly.
Got
Yeah.
it. Hmm.
And if it is Games Workshop directly, that's on Games Workshop. I can't speak for every 20,000 companies in the United States alone. But there's always a bunch of issues with any company. We all know this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's nothing new, you know.
So, I should forget. I gotta paint this guy. I find that funny to say right now. Oh, did I break you actually? No.
No, why would you do that? Don't do that. Don't break them.
I was looking at. Oh goodness! I put this over by my computer vent for like a second to feed a worm. So this is actually one of my Kit Bashy guys. They aren't supposed to have two hands like this.
Oh, oh.
And they're definitely not supposed to have that in result. So, but I did a lot of custom work on this guy, gave him a take that off. I did a lot of custom work with this guy because the fingers are all cut, bent, and all that, so make a fist, and yeah, super proud of him. So this was actually my first night, and this one is the most expensive night I have because I bought it off eBay for 120.
Oh, that's not bad. Wow.
Yeah. It came out to be 150 because of shipping from Canada.
Yeah, shipping can be a cost depending on where and how big.
Yeah, it came from one of the northern parts of Canada. So that's a pretty long way, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Canadian stuff is done with air travel. So planes be expensive.
Oh, they're so expensive.
Speaking of things that disturb your past recently.
Oh God, I know. PTSD on both accounts.
Oh no. But you got
Just
this.
money thrown down the drain just because of my own stupidity.
Well, you live, you learn, you make happiness.
True.
Mora, I need
Not my
help.
wallet.
Palico! Shipping can be a deal breaker a lot of times. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I have a goal.
I was trying to get some more paints for metallics. And unfortunately, the only good metallic paints I can find is from Army Painter for 20 bucks. And I can get like a nice red, a nice blue, some greens, all in metallics. I'm sitting here, I was like, that looks so cool on these guys. And the other guys that I'm going to be painting that are all metallical. $20. Buy now. $17.99 for shipping. Free shipping if you order $100. I'm so tempted to buy $100 worth of paint just so I don't have to pay shipping. But they also have like paint sets, so I can sit there and be like, yeah, I just want 2 paint sets. That's $100.
And just do it that way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then save the receipt and try to write it off as a business expense, despite the fact I haven't started a business yet.
Ballsy.
Ballsy. Hey, I got 2 years of taxes paid this year. I'm happy.
Hey, that's good. I'm still waiting for my last chunk to come out of my account for the state. I'm so poor right now. I have so much debt. It's
I
crazy.
know. We've been talking about that in
Just because of tax. Oh my God.
All right. So here's the thing. Get this out of him. I'm gonna let you pick because I feel dangerous. So keep in mind, this is the color it already is. You can pick one of those 5s as my next paint color.
Ooh, okay. I want the one second to the right.
This one?
Yeah.
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 So this is Deathward Forest.
What a cool name.
Oh, the names of these are amazing. Warpstone Glow, Elysian
Oh,
Green, Nocturne Green, Death Corpse Drab, Caliban Green, Castellan Green, and I have to say it this way because there's a freaking explanation point in it. War Green.
that's great.
See? Right there.
I love it.
It's in the name.
Wag flesh.
Oh, it is flesh.
Wag flesh.
So my favorite part about this is traditionally the color of orcs in this game. Because orcs exist, dwarves exist, elves exist, humans exist. And I mean, like, I have them because I stole their flag from them. It's a cool flag.
That
But
is a cool flag. I like
these are
that.
normal humans.
Look at them. Aw.
They are tiny. Like, so in the game Space Marine 2, you can as a Space Marine, you can just walk through humans, the enemy ones, and they'll just die. It's kind of sad. Oh, well, oh, baby, that's a nice one. Alrighty. Get the log flesh back out here, because I want some of it as well. Shaky, shaky. Not with the paintbrush in my hand that has paint on it. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Coffee? I haven't eaten yet.
Mora, I fed
I
you.
woke up.
You had eggs.
No, you didn't.
I literally fed you before the stream.
I'm so hungry.
Chat, feed Mora. Send her. Type food in
So
chat to
hungry.
feed Mora. Type food in chat to feed Mora.
I low key wanna. I might cook some eggs in like a half hour, like fucking quick. Take a little egg break.
Egg.
Egg.
How do you like your eggs?
Oh, I like scrambled. I think scrambled is my favorite. Like fluffy. I like fluffy scrambled eggs.
Fluffy scrambled.
Yep,
Yes.
yep, 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 yep.
Do you add anything to your eggs?
I don't. Sometimes hot sauce.
No, I mean, like, do you add anything? Like, so I will, for my omelets, I'll take and I'll use 3 eggs, and then I'll use a quarter cup of whipping cream.
Oh, yeah, I use cream. I do use cream to fluff them up. I was, like, confused of, like, spices? Like, what do you...
No, I mean, salt, pepper, whipped cream.
Well, yeah. I mean, salt, pepper, whatever.
Not whipped cream.
Yeah, not with... I use the cream for the eggs, and then sometimes, depending, I will put like a little, not paprika, but like I'll add a little spice to it, sauce. But I normally do my eggs kind of plain-ish.
No, that makes sense.
Ooh, or sometimes like chives or something. Like if I have like some herbs, I'll throw those in with chives. Chives is good. I'm fucking hungry now.
Stop talking about food. I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna move camera a little bit closer.
Oh, look at them. They're so cool. Look at you go, full concentration.
Kind of have to. That's the only problem with it is like the people. I haven't had anyone yet. And I swear to God, I will probably lose it when someone comes in here and is like, "You need to speak more." And it's like, "Do you see what I'm doing?"
Oh no, I completely get it. Because even with the gunpla, I was like,
Guys, stop
I
talking.
couldn't.
I'm trying to
I
concentrate.
literally couldn't. I'm like, let me put these. If I don't get these pieces together and stop talking, like I'm never gonna finish this. Like I can't do both. I can't. I either have to be quiet and concentrating and getting shit done, or like yapping. I just can't. That's
You
it.
really can't do both. That's also why it's like, yeah, you want to invite people to. That's why it's like, hey, you want to come join me? Because I
I should
literally, because
do
it's like, because I did a Gunpla stream way back when, and I had a lot of the same problems where it's like, I can't look at a computer screen to see who's typing and who's saying what in chat, and focus on literally my hands at the same time.
It's so difficult. I was looking at my gunplay again and I realized I actually fucked up some parts, like putting it together, so I had to like I had to like
That's
fix the arms. I had them on backwards. Like they it was fucked up. I should have taken
that's
a picture first, but it was really funny. Like it would bend inward. I'm like, this isn't right at
it's like,
all. I'm
wait a
like
minute, that's not how
too
human
distracted.
anatomy
I'm
works.
like, that is not, even with a robot, that is not how the joints are supposed to work. So I like had to redo it. I put in another joint wrong. I'm like, oh my god. I should have
It's
left it. It would have made it unique. Be like, how fucked up these arms are. But
I
that's what I
I
get from doing two things at once.
yeah, you should have been paying attention to chat, damn it. What you think
Damn
you
it.
are? You're a
That's
streamer,
what happened.
remember?
I paid attention to chat and fucked up the
Yeah,
arm.
yeah. You paid too much attention to your adoptive kids.
Yeah. Is that what chat is? Oh no, they're all good. No wonder they're fucked up.
You didn't know?
I had no idea. I did not realize that I just adopted all of chat the moment I
Yeah,
started
no.
streaming.
As the moment you start streaming, you adopt like as many kids that come into they. You did fire them on your taxes, right?
No.
Mora,
Damn it!
I knew I should have helped you with your taxes. Also, I feel like
Hold on.
I fucked up. Oh well.
Here, I'm gonna let you fix that. I do need to run to the ladies' room real quick and I will get water. I should get a stack at least.
Oh yes, please do. Please, please,
I will be
please,
back in
please.
2 seconds.
I don't
My
believe
bladder.
that. God, I love you still. You'll chaos wherever you go. I love you. Uh Chad, how we doing? I don't know what I'm listening to, but it sounds great. I never know what I'm listening to though, Chad, so I mean that's not new. Alrighty. Da, 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 da. like it anymore. I kind of ran out. I forget how big these guys are. Yeah. All right, now we're going to continue the rest of them. I mean, if you're vibing with it, not absolutely Calico. I vibe with every music though, so like, well, I've listened to so I thought I almost stuck a paint stick in my mouth. That was going to be disgusting. But during my time in Afghanistan, I was on a NATO base. A lot of the European people were able to get like rock stars and stuff to come to them because they kind of own the base. So I would end up going to consults spoken in different languages a lot of the time. So I've literally just come to understand the love of not so much like the words, but the music and the tone, if that makes sense, when it comes to music. Calico, how are you doing today, by the way? Yeah, that makes sense. In college, just because more open musically, now I just listen to whatever sounds good. No, and that's fair. You gotta respect your own personal vibes. So like a
Yes.
lot of hi, welcome back.
Hi, I'm back.
You just pop and say yeah. But yeah, you gotta respect your own vibes, of course, but being able to vibe with everything is super cool, in my opinion. Though sometimes it's confusing to people. My family who thinks I understand or can actually understand Japanese music.
Bum, bum.
Ba, 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 ba.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yo, what's up? Just Buddin. How you doing? Good day.
Hello. Welcome in.
Welcome
I
in. We're
have food. I
doing.
got food and water. I'm locked in.
You're locked in. Let's go.
That's such
Watch.
a nice green. I
I
really like that green.
I like it too. You did a good. You picked a great color.
That's really nice.
Oh, bloody fuck.
Uh-oh.
Ah, my shoulder. Currently painting my Volton kill team. Nice space. Volton is kind of like space dwarves for you, Mora. So you kind of understand that.
Okay.
So, uh, I don't actually know anything about the Voltons other than they're space dwarves.
I know nothing.
I know you don't. But
Warhammer
if
seems very interesting though. Like overall, like the lore and stuff I heard is just so good.
Oh, it's very great. And like I said, it's heavily satired and parodied in kind of the same aspect of like Gundam is.
Mm.
Because they are clones. Oh, never mind, I lied. The Volton are clones apparently, and people are just telling me they're space dwarves. Propaganda feeders. Excuse me.
Um,
No, I did something recently and it screwed up my shoulder, and I don't know what it was. Let's see. Let's see.
mm-mm.
All at the same times. All wait, they are dwarves, but they are also clones at the same time. Is that how they just is that how they've been staying alive so long? It's like, oh, just clone another one. I'm glad nobody told me that. The clone trooper level in me would have just picked them as my first army. Don't they have a bunch of defensive tactics too?
Mm. Sorry, I'm
I
eating a
got
sandwich.
eating a sandwich. Laura's just vibing, eating a
Mm-hmm.
sandwich.
Watching you paint, it's immaculate. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, thank you. How's Monster Hunter?
Fucking love it. I love that game. It's definitely a new obsession. I need to stop.
So I found out that there will be some painting competitions coming up at my locals.
Oh, are you gonna try out?
Mhm.
Oh, nice. When?
They're gonna be happening later this year. I know I got some steep competition
Mm-hmm. But still put
because
yourself out there. I mean,
yeah,
go
no,
have fun, you
absolutely.
know?
And
And
that's the
maybe
thing,
you
is
can
like
connect with people.
if I shrug away from it, I want to start small at locals and stuff. Because so like at the end of this month is um the big Warhammer thing that happens in like Chicago or near Chicago, I think. And there was not only just like a giant tournament of like, and I'm talking like they hold 10,000 point games. For reference, a normal game is 2,000 points.
Yep.
So it's kind of insane. If I have the money together and can get over there, I'd like to see about maybe just going and vibing at it this year.
Ooh, that would be fun too.
Because then I can also meet people with network and stuff like that as well. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun because it's like it's obviously a hobby you enjoy, and everyone else is there enjoying it. So
mhm.
probably meet some cool people, and I love shit like that. That's why I like con. Always
Yeah,
end up
and
meeting
that's
like
that's
super
kind of
awesome
like
people.
yeah, and that's also why like I talked about the idea of like maybe becoming a hobbyist VTuber. It's like still
Mm,
being a VTuber, but focusing on instead of sitting here and mainly playing games, using games as like collaboration games or community
you could
games.
absolutely do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. It's like I mainly was just trying to like get opinions of. Is like, what do you guys think about this idea? Like,
Yeah, I'm for it. I mean,
yeah.
you can still do whatever with VTubing. It's still
Oh,
VTubing,
and
you know.
that's the great thing about VTubing is you just don't show your face and do what you want.
Yeah. Definitely with streaming and
I
stuff in
say that
general.
sarcastically. I don't have a problem if people show their faces. That's a
Oh
you.
yeah.
That's a
I-
personal
I'm
choice.
I'm for just do whatever makes you happy, and whatever is fun streaming, do it.
Yeah, and that's
It's
the
better
thing is
not to
like,
put yourself in a box. There's no rule, you know.
oh, and you're one of the first VTubing friends I've really had that's been like, I want to show off what I look like, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I definitely, for me, it's more of a comfort thing. Like after a while, I felt like more confident to do it. I'm like, it's fun to do both. Like,
It
so
is.
I'm going to do both. Like,
And you can also and it also lets people see who you really are. And some people that matters, you know?
yeah, and like I'm fine with people not jiving with that. You know, like I'm fine with people being like, oh, I feel VTubing should be. It's called, a virtual. It's a virtual streaming. So like,
I
I'm fine with people not liking both. But
yeah,
I just find it fun. It's interactive in both ways, and I like being silly IRL. So
I think the main thing I would say for people is, in my opinion, is depending on the content you create is what should determine whether or not you reveal who you are. Okay?
yeah, no, that makes sense.
And I say that because there have been VTubers who don't show themselves and then end up getting stalked because it's, oh, well, I want to know what you look like. It's like, I told you I don't want you to know that. You should respect that.
What I
Not,
find interesting, I should say interesting, but like what I've realized
I know what you
in
mean.
terms of like parasocial stuff and like stalking, like it does not matter what the fuck you do,
Yeah.
whether it's showing your face, whether you're an
Mhm.
IRL streamer, whether you're a guy, a girl, whether you're doing sexual content or not, like,
Yes.
or have ever done that, you will always find people that make you uncomfortable, and there will always be people who will try to dox and like stalk you, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a
No,
sad
the
reality.
always, yeah. Because look at, the main thing I was going to bring up anyway, which we'll go into, is like whole life. You
Hmm.
absolutely should not reveal what you look like
Hmm. Oh yeah,
for
no, 100%.
numerous reasons. One, you're giant. You all,
You're a target.
you're such a
I,
target
I
at that
shouldn't say, I
level.
shouldn't say target, but you know what I mean. Like,
No, but
there's so many
you
eyes on you that you're
you
gonna get
are you
people
are a
that
target.
want
It's
that want to find shit out. It's crazy.
because
More people, more
when
problems.
yeah, let's make people have more problems in life on that. So like, back in 2020 when they started playing GTA, they said a stupid word, you know,
Mm,
because
hmm, hmm,
they didn't know what it
hmm.
meant in English. And
I
people tried
remember this from like
yeah,
a while ago. Yeah.
right. And people tried canceling them over it and trying to dox them and everything else. And it's like, yo,
It's
that's not the
extreme.
right way to go about this. Like, if someone does something bad, talk to them about it. Don't try to be a parasite.
Especially when it comes to online stuff, um, I'm someone who's very, I think we talked about this. There's a lot of things it's just better not to even get involved or say, and it sucks. It
Yeah,
sucks
it
that
does
like
suck.
shit like this, because shit like this can happen. Like for even innocent things. Like I've seen people not even say anything that I would consider like extreme, like bad, like like and it's just insane like what people will say and attack, and it's
Mhm.
crazy. Like it could be something completely
I
innocent, like not even on that level, like you were saying, and people will still like
I've seen
try to dox them
people.
and do crazy shit, and I'm like, dude, the internet is scary. Like I
The
try to
internet.
be as like unopinionated as possible online. I have told you this, like even with
Yeah,
political stuff and all that, it's like the only people that I feel that need to know that I even feel comfortable talking to with would be like, people close to me, like friends and stuff like
yeah.
that. Like I just have no desire to go online and say my opinion on things, because it's so emotionally charged that it's like, yeah,
Oh, and
I'm only talking to people that I feel that I can talk to, and
yeah,
actually have a conversation with,
mhm,
regardless of, you know, certain things.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
online, absolutely not. I shut the fuck up. Like I can't. Like just, I don't even comment. I know that sounds awful, but it's just,
uh,
it doesn't matter. No matter what you say, you're gonna get people going
yeah,
after you.
absolutely will. And it sucks. So,
It's like
cause
what's the Twitter thing? It's like you can be like, oh, I like oranges, and then people will be like, you fucking hate apples. You fucking
yeah, can't
awful.
believe
And
you
I'm
hate
like, dude, what?
apples. Can't believe you hate apples. That's so bad. So mean of
Isn't
you.
that fucked up? Like,
It
it's just
so
how Twitter,
is.
not Twitter or X or whatever,
Imagine
it's just social
disliking
media
apples.
in general, and it's just
No,
brain
it's
rot.
and it's not just Twiddle, that's how that's just how reporting is done nowadays. People don't I feel like we kind of forgot how to ask questions, if that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know if it's that. I just don't think people know how to like talk to each other anymore, especially online because you're anonymous. Like it's like I guarantee you like 95% of these people wouldn't say the things they say like if they were face to face with like the
Well, no,
person, you
no,
know.
no, absolutely
And I
not, because
it
the amount of times I have sat here and said I want to cause genocide to a specific race in a specific video game because I'm getting my ass kicked by them. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there in real life and have my ass kicked by somebody and be like, you know what? Genocide.
yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
And I know that because, clearly.
Yeah. I just think people online I wish would
Mellow
be
the
more
fuck out.
cognizant and like can you can have like conversations you would in real life because
Mm,
I think also the thing about online and even texting in general is that um in terms of communication like body language and seeing expressions and stuff like that is so important. So reading something or a comment it can come off so different
Well,
than if you were to say it in person because you can't hear the tone of voice, you
mhm.
can't see their reaction. You don't know. Like you could read something and take it completely different in a completely different tone, you know?
Well, and the other thing about that is no matter what, you're gonna read it in your voice.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
So, and for those of you in chat not fully understanding what I mean by that, your friends speak a specific way based on how you view them in your head. So if
Hmm.
you have a negative opinion of a friend because of the way he speaks, when you read something, you're going to read it in that negative type of voice, which can often put a bad strain on things. Um, Getting that fun text message, we need to talk type thing, right?
Yep. You're already like on edge. You're already in like defense mode.
Yeah, it's like, I'm already in defensive mode. You should have very much been like, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
Not, we need to talk, because that's an ultimatum.
Yeah. Words and word
Yeah.
choices matter so much, you know?
And that's the other thing is people sometimes don't know everything they speak about. I'm guilty 100% of that.
Yeah. Palico
Uh,
says tone cannot be conveyed by text. It's true.
yeah. Um,
It's,
Actually,
I guess
I'm gonna
it
challenge you
can
on that.
be.
It can, and Mass Effect did it in a very great way, and I love them for it. To the point I've thought about doing it. So in Mass Effect, there is a species who doesn't have emotion really. Like
Ooh, okay.
they understand what emotion is, but they always speak in monotone,
Hmm.
so they can't convey it. They start their sentence by stating the emotion they're speaking in.
I kind of love that.
Exuberantly, I'm telling you, this is what happened, officer. Yeah.
That is actually very interesting. Yeah. The thing
Um,
I was gonna say is through text you like it's very hard like you can't the only time you can convey tone is if you explain something in like insane
the,
detail,
yeah,
right? And unfortunately that's not how conversation, natural conversation goes, right?
yeah,
Like you don't you'd have to send a text and be like, "Oh, I mean this. Like I say this, but I need you to take it as this,"
yeah,
right? Like people don't normally in conversation have to be like you say this thing and then it's like, "Oh, but so this is how I'm feeling, this is why." Like there's you don't have to explain all that context, you know? Whereas if you want to be convey your emotions or whatever through text, you have to be very like careful. Same thing with like word choices and like all that stuff matters like way more. That's why it's important to call people, especially when you have to have like real talks. Like doing it over text is a no, it's just a no go for me.
Oh no, no, no. if I
Always
want
have
to,
to have conversations,
if
like,
I want
through
to
the phone
talk
or
to you
something.
and I find it that important, I will tell you, come meet
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's gotta be a
And
call. It
it's like,
can't
am
it
I in
can't
trouble? It's like,
text.
yes, I'm upset with you. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, can't we talk about it? No, you're going to come sit down. We're going to talk. We're probably going to yell or something, you know, but it's my problem with you. I want to deal with it with you type shit.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing that, like, I feel like a lot of people sometimes forget is if you have a problem with someone, sometimes the best way to handle it is just talk to people.
Yeah.
If
I agree with that. Again, it comes down to communication. Communication is very important in any
communication,
relationship.
yes,
Doesn't even have to be
communication is
between a
key.
partner, friendships. Like if you care about a friend, you tell them what's going on. Like you can uh what did I learn? Or actually it might have been like a silly Instagram reel. But it was basically something on the lines of you with friendships, relationships in general, like people's real colors and how they react to something and how much they care about you, it comes out when you have an argument with them. And like the way you can tell if someone's really your friend or not, right? And I don't mean like, oh, they're toxic and you have to break it off or
Yeah,
whatever, but
yeah.
like, I mean,
Sometimes your best friends are toxic,
but
especially to
that's the
you.
thing. You won't know until you have like a big argument. Not even an argument, like something happened, like you have a confrontation. That's what I should
Hmm.
say.
And
You
that's the thing.
finally
It's
have a
like,
confrontation, and then depending on how they act will really tell you a lot about a person. And
uh,
sometimes you'll realize that people who you've been friends with a long time, you'll have a confrontation, you will, call them out on it in a nice, polite, whatever way, just being like, hey, whatever. And then you'll find that afterwards they'll either gaslight you. Sometimes they'll either, if they're a real friend, they'll be like, okay, your feelings matter, like I hear you, and you'll have a conversation about it.
yeah,
People who are not your friends will either gaslight you, basically say you're just wrong, like your feelings are wrong, and not try to work with you on it or have a conversation. Or what I've noticed and has happened to me in some cases is, a person will be like, hey, oh my God, if anything goes wrong, you can tell me, right? And I'm like, okay, cool, that's awesome. And then finally they do something wrong, and I'm like, hey, like that made me feel whatever. And then the next thing you know is they just ghost you, because then it's like, oh wow, we had a tiny little confrontation, and because I told you you're wrong, all of a sudden you're going to be a little, well, you're just going to not talk to me ever again because I pointed something out. Like, all right, so you clearly weren't a friend if that's all it takes to
hmm,
drive you away, is just to
well,
politely tell you, hey, you did this thing that maybe made me uncomfortable, or I'm setting a boundary.
yeah.
And you've been telling me for years, oh, you can talk to me, you can tell me. Oh, and then when I finally do and it's a confrontation, you
The
just
other
go, oh,
thing,
bye, and then you just completely shut down and then act like,
the
I'm
other
I'm a jerk.
thing, the thing I've done to, and I hate saying I do this, but one of the things I do that kind of test my relationship with friends some days is if they ask me for help a lot doing stuff, I will sit there and
Hmm.
I'll ask them for help. And I'll
Hmm.
just kind of, and it's just part of me being me and me being over analytical as always. But the
Okay.
idea that, oh, well, when you ask me for help, I help you on time, I show up on time, I'm there when I say I'm going to be. But when I ask you for help, you do none of those things. I don't feel like we have the same respect. I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
know?
No, and that's valid. I had that happen too, where it just feels like I'll, you'd go out of your way for a friend, and then you finally are in a position where you need help and it's not reciprocated, and it really feels like they just do not value your time or you as a person. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, they
Oh, the
would.
other way of
I don't want this to be a one-way thing. So like, yeah, I could have a lot of people who I consider acquaintances that we work well with, but it's
yeah.
hard to find real friendship, if that makes sense. Like deep connection with someone where it's like, wow, we respect each other, we understand, and we can have conversations and disagreements. Like it's so hard to find people like that. Like it really is.
No, and like that's one of the other things is if you take and you ask a friend for help and they get angry that you asked for help, there's something going on there.
Yeah, that should not be, yeah,
And
that
definitely,
anger should not be an emotion that, unless it's like, hi, I committed a murder, can you help me? Then yeah, maybe, but
no, I mean, in all honesty, you call me, tell me you committed a murder and say you need help. I'm just gonna sit there and be like, all right, bet. What size is the body?
oh God.
It's
Um,
military, Mara. What do you want from me?
I know, well, that's fair. That
I'm,
honestly valid.
you have military friends for two reasons. One, to make fun of them. Haha, you have PTSD, bang bang. I'm joking.
Crazy.
Onyx gives me shit because I had a slight PTSD attack in Helldivers.
No. Oh, Cleo, no.
It wasn't bad. It just so I didn't like yell or shout or do anything like that. I didn't get violent. I just like everything in my mind just was like, you must live type
Oh,
shit.
so it was like a fight or flight response, like
Yeah, so it's
literally
like
survival mode kicked in. Oh, that's
well
awful.
and you see me all the time. It's like you guys sit there and say, oh yeah, Cleo's locked in. It's like no, Cleo's doing their job.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I'm the silly one that knows. I'm the silly one that will be hyper serious. Gotta be my favorite anime gender. The character you think is a joke, but is actually the one that will kill you. This was like I feel like I'm hearing Pokemon lo-fi music right now.
It kind of sounds like it, honestly.
Like it, it's vibe. Let's see. Want to go back up to Just Button because he said some things about the dwarves we were there. Uh, at the same time, they are a dark age of technology humans sent to the galactic core. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. I don't know this. I know Terra is in like the middle of the spatial call. Did we send the space dwarves to Terra? That seems like a bad idea since they're not Imperium of Man. But hey, maybe they do good things. Let's see. What was your coffee this morning?
It was good. I had like 3 cups, so I'm feeling great.
So, ooh, I will say I've never lost a friend over. I've lost friends for stupid reasons before. I really have. But it's always the great thing with that is also looking at them and realizing it's like, well, you just grew apart. No.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's normal. That happened to me with a couple of friends too, And
Mhm.
like I will admit, like this is just me as a person, and I use it as a disclaimer. I do know part of it is me because I suck at like I suck at replying and reaching out.
Yes,
Like
you do.
I go weeks. I like people don't understand. Like me as a person, like I've tried to change and I can't. I just I don't text a lot. I like to be in my own lane. It doesn't mean I don't care. I still reach out to people. Like if people text me or want to text me a lot, that's fine. But
Oh,
like
so I
people
just
don't
have to
understand.
wait. So I just have to text you a lot?
Yeah, no, like it
Okay.
doesn't that doesn't bother me. Like
No.
I have a shitty brain. Like there's so much going on in terms of like, people DMing me and stuff like that. And like
Yeah.
even with my best fucking friends, dude, I don't like my best friends from like 3rd grade, like I'll text like a couple times a month if that. Right? And we're still best friends. So that's just me. It's my energy. Like I think what I've realized about
The
myself, and
fact
I know this
you
sounds
text your friends from third grade, though.
yeah, no, but that's with everyone. Like, Val, my best friend. I don't text her every day. I text her, once in a while, or we'll just check and be like, "Yo, what's up? You want to do
Yeah.
something?" Like,
No, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, you make bad
and
pickup lines.
yeah, and so like I've lost a couple of friends due to that because like there's some people that need more. I don't want to say attention, like it's a bad thing, right? But like for them
Some,
to feel a friendship, like they need more,
yeah,
communication and stuff like that, and that's fine. So we kind of drifted apart because it's like I don't do too much. I don't go out like it'd be rare occasion that we do something. So some friends are just like, "Oh, well, she must not care or whatever." Like,
yeah,
and
and
that's
then
fine. Like I've
and
lost friends that way and it sucks, but like it's just who I am. Like I think this is something I've noticed about myself and it might sound fucked up. The only person in my life that I text consistently, right? Like every single day. Every single day I at least send a text or whatever. It's basically my significant other. Like that's the only time I've ever experienced like I text this person like not often, we go hours without texting each other, like and that's fine, but there's the only person I will actually text every single day consistently is like
well, and
whomever I'm
yeah,
like most attached to, which is normally, a significant other. And I feel like that's shitty to say because then I'm like, oh, I don't know if my friends feel like, oh, I
well,
don't give a shit about them. I'm like, no, I'm just a very like I can't keep up with this. I can't. Like I only have like enough focus and stuff to be like,
I
okay,
think,
this is a person I'm romantically involved with. So like,
yeah,
I need to put in the more effort. Like I
well, and
don't
that's
and
the
that's
thing.
putting in effort to me, which I know is not everyone. Like I guarantee you that if I dated someone and like only texted them like like twice a
No,
day, they'd probably be
I'm
like,
realizing I've
he
not been
fucking
paying.
hates me. And I'm like, no, I don't. This is just me. This is my love language. You're lucky I'm texting you every day. You don't understand.
It's like you don't understand. I actually hate you.
It's like, look, I text you're like, wow, you only text me. Wow, you must not be that interested. You only text me like, once or twice a day. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I only text my best friends from third grade once a month. Like, I like you. Please.
It's like I'm actually interested. I'm just bad at texting. Please give me a
Yeah,
shot.
I'm just not, I'm not, I, I feel like I'm yapping a lot about myself, but I'm curious about like I guess your preferences, like as a person, especially now that I'm older and have gone through shit. Like I've
So
realized my love
yeah,
language. I do not like, and I've realized this. I do not like clingy. I do not like. I don't mind people, like messaging me, like
I
and
don't
stuff like that.
mind the hugs. I won't message. I'll message you if so. Theoretical. We get into a long range relationship, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Which it would have to be because you're on the eastern seaboard and I'm in the middle of fucking America.
You're just in the middle of nowhere. You're in the
Yeah,
void.
I'm not gonna drive. I think it would probably be, it would have to be at least 16 hours to come visit you. Probably.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
long.
I'm not gonna visit you every weekend. Sorry, deal. I will absolutely call you once a week and I will text you at least once a day as like, hey, what's up? But there's going to be days I don't do that because I'm also going to get busy because I have my own life. Same way you do.
Hmm.
Long distance relationships work like that.
Oh,
I've
exactly.
but I have seen people
I
who get into long distance relationships and then it's like they're not texting me every day or they're not calling me every day. And it's like you're in a long distance relationship. They have
yeah,
things they have to do to provide for themselves. Because no matter what, if your long distance boyfriend or girlfriend suddenly ends up homeless, if you've never met before, I highly doubt you're going to be like, oh, just come live with me. Unless you know them extremely well.
yeah, I would hope. Like
Stranger danger and all that.
yeah. Yeah, it's I think it all depends on the person in the like
Yeah.
relationship,
Now,
obviously, because at the end
as
of the day,
for what I prefer in my partners, I don't like clinginess at all. I do not like, I don't like being touched, except for hugs.
oh
Unless,
yeah, so you're more physical. Well, less
mm,
physical in terms of love
mm,
language, but
yeah. And the main reason for that is trauma.
oh,
I'm military. Like most of the time people were touching me, they were putting hands on. Like
oh,
So it's something I have to get used to, and it's
Yeah.
something that a partner is going to have to work with me on, you
They're gonna
know.
have to work with you on, yeah.
But that's the thing, going into a relationship, and I know people would hear me say it's like, oh yeah, you have to work with me on this. And it's like, oh, I should never have to fix my significant other. Yes, the fuck you should. Ya bitches and ya cunts. I'm gonna say that one time. It absolutely drives me insane the number of times I see people like, I'm not ever gonna fix my other. They need to take care of themselves and fix themselves. It's like, you can't see what you do.
Yeah, it's the thing is, here's my hot take is you can't fix
I
your
gotta go
partner.
ban. Give me a sec. I gotta go ban somebody.
Oh, I see. I see. Get him.
Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him.
You
Get
should
him.
you should get a Siri bot if you
Yeah,
haven't.
I need a. Yeah, we talked about that. I didn't
I
set
can
it up.
help you. It's super, super, super easy,
I've
and I
been
haven't had
meaning.
like a single thing in mind. It's been nice.
I'm on my Twitch right now, and I don't see. Was that on Twitch? Yeah, that was a
That
Twitch
was on
bot.
Twitch. Yeah, it's right
Oh,
here.
there it is. Everything's loaded now.
You got
Okay,
it.
that was weird. Bye. Don't make you a mod. So, but yeah, so, and yeah, no, you don't, I don't think you should have to sit here necessarily and fix like every fucking problem your partner has. But when you go into a relationship, you gotta be honest with people and say, like, hey, this is something that is wrong with me, blah, blah. You know?
So my hot take on that is no matter what, even if you have the best intentions, you cannot fix your significant other. And
No,
when I
no.
say that, I don't that I mean they have to fix themselves on their own.
Yes, yes.
However, you being their partner, you should be supportive and be by their side and understand that this is something that you have to go through because
Yes.
relationships are not 50-50. There's going to be days where your partner is at their lowest and it might be like a 10-90 and you're, giving your all and more to the relationship to help. And there's going to be days where you're at your lowest and your partner is going to have to, you know, give more. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just people. And,
Nothing
you
is
know,
ever 50-50.
it's
And
never 50-50.
the
Anyone who says that, I'm like, bro, like,
if anyone who truly
shit.
believes they do 50% is lying out of their ass.
Yeah.
And
Well,
traditionally, the person who believes that they're doing 50% is the person not doing their 50%.
mhm. It's just you have to let things just happen organically. I mean,
Mhm.
relationships are so complex that like they're so complex and every relationship is different. And there are no two relationships that are the same and like you'll never have a relationship that's exactly the same if you have different partners and stuff. Like it's up to you and your partner to decide what is right for both of you. And at the same time, you both need to be extremely honest with yourselves and like understand who you are and who they are to see if it works or not. Like
Yep.
it's so complex and like no matter what anyone says, like there's not one thing that's definite, right? Like people always act
Yes.
like, hey, when you get in a relationship you do all these things, right? And then, oh great, you'll be happy and live a great life. I'm like, bro, there's no step. Like I even felt like we did everything right, like, and it just didn't work, and that's okay. Like, and no one
Well,
talks about that.
the reason, and the main reason for that, I'm going to point this out to you, and I know you're going to know this, but the main reason for that is all the external factors, too.
Mhm,
You
mhm,
know? Because, like,
mhm,
you can take and you can meet somebody who's extremely nice. And then an external factor can be anything from parents to religion to
mhm.
cultural, things like that. So if you meet somebody from a different culture, you know, and you marry into that culture, you're going to be expected to be doing some shit, you know,
Yeah, and you have
that,
to be okay with it. Like,
Mhm.
if you know off the bat that that's something you can't do, and that is something that your partner wants, then like you can't like. there's nothing wrong with either of you. Like, you
Yeah.
just have to recognize that it's not for you. Like, you shouldn't put yourself in a position that's like, oh, I'm going to suffer and do this thing that I really don't want to do and hold resentment for, right? And I'm
Well,
going to hold that resentment for my partner because
right.
I'm doing this thing. And also, it's not fair to you to be like, oh, that's your religion and that's how, you want to do it. Well, fuck you. That's not my religion. So you have to suffer for my sake, right?
Yeah.
Like, cuz that's honestly like the thing I don't
Well,
want to say I
and
didn't recognize, but I thought about, especially with cultures and stuff like that, is that that's that person's like identity. Like,
mhm,
if that's something they believe in, that is their identity. And I feel like it's, unless, your partner says it's okay, like, and they're okay with it, but I don't think it's right for you to like take someone identity away and to be like, hey, your culture, like what you grew up with, no, throw that out. You have to throw that out for me.
yep,
Like, compromises are one thing, absolutely. Like, you can't, they can't be one-sided, but I just think you really have to look inward and say, what are you okay with? And
yes.
having the courage to be like, and communicate and say, maybe this isn't right. And it sucks. It's a hard conversation. But I think people should do it more because I think it would save a lot of people from, bad relationships or having a bad
Well,
future because they think they can just sort of
and the other
kind of
thing,
suck it up. It's like you can sometimes, and that's okay. It's just a hard reality.
well,
But at the
and
end of the day, it's just you and your partner that have to come up with what's right and wrong. It's no one
yes,
else's decision.
absolutely. And I will say, like, one of the other things that kind of like scares me about like some of the stuff going on now with dating is how fast people end up as boyfriend and girlfriends, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's
Also,
super.
FJ, that's totally right. It really depends on the
It depends.
person.
It
That's why
always
like
well.
relationships are
It's always going to
complicated.
depend on the person. It's always going to depend on them. But external factors also come down to like we discuss things we don't like. A vegan dating somebody who's not vegan.
Yeah, like is that okay? Like
It's
if
like
it's not, it's okay for it to not be okay, but you have
if
to
well
be
you
honest with
have
yourself and what you like.
right, right, and that's the thing is like you have some vegans who are very open and they're accepting of other people eating meat and things like that, and then you have vegans who don't accept that.
Yeah, and they want
No,
a partner that will do that. I've actually
yeah.
had a couple of friends like their partners they used to eat meat and then, their partner is vegan and then they kind of adapted to that,
Mhm.
that lifestyle and food because, one, it was just easier and they were okay with that.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the thing. It's like
yeah.
if you're okay with doing it, then do it. But like we previously discussed with everything else, before you get into a relationship, you should definitely know about the person's culture. You should know about their background. You should know about definitely what they eat. You know,
Yeah.
um, I have people who've been around me my entire life that don't realize I do not eat Mexican food, or I.
We can't be friends.
Sorry.
That's
So
my line. That's my
no.
line. Right
So
there. You crossed it. You crossed it.
I changed a lot of diapers when I was a kid. And yeah,
I like
that's the
Mexican
reason I
food.
don't like. So like, if I eat a taco, it's meat and cheese, no lettuce, because
Hmm.
you know,
Oh,
no lettuce, no tomato, no nothing. And the main reason for that is I've seen people get E. coli and lose body parts over it. So
oh
that
my
scares me.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
that
just have a lot of
scares
trauma. Oh my gosh.
me.
Yeah.
So like, I'll tell my friends all the time. It's like, yeah, if you're getting me anything from if you're getting me a burger from McDonald's, plain. No ketchup, no mustard, no lettuce, no tomato, nothing on it. It's like, why? I've seen shit. Like, I
Yeah.
do not trust. And then also, like, all the pictures that go around of people standing on lettuce on Taco Bell and stuff a few years back.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's like, nah, as somebody who works in a kitchen and somebody who is a classically trained chef, you can skip all that. Plain and simple. I don't want it. Yeah.
Also, FJ said earlier, know plenty of people who are together with different political views or two different religions, etc. But they just make
Yeah.
fun of everything, talk about everything. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's definitely people like that.
And
That's what I'm
that's the
saying. Like it
thing.
really just depends on the relationship and the people. It's just finding who, it works. but
Yeah.
it definitely comes with you got to figure
It
yourself out
You
too,
can make it
what you want.
happen. You can make it happen. That's the greatest part of it all. You
Yeah,
can
you
make it
can.
happen. But at the end of the day, as well, make sure you know that person before you start dating them. Like going
Yeah.
out and seeing them as friends and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking long-term committed relationships.
Yeah, it comes with time too. Stuff like that kind of comes out organically, or should. If it doesn't come out organically, and you feel like the person it never progresses, and that's a red flag for me. But
Yeah.
you want to
So,
hang out, make sure the vibes are there, and then just let the really. I think it's just better just to let relationships just kind of
uh,
organically happen and not have this pressure of okay, and then in 2 years we got to get married, and then this, and then that, and then time frames, and I'm like, no, 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 no.
my 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 stepdad was with my mother, I think, for 5 years before five. And keep in mind, he was living with us too. Like
Oh, okay. Yep.
he moved in and everything because she was a single mom, 3 kids, all that. So he moved in to help her, you know. And did we have problems with him? Absolutely, we did. He was a new guy. You had 3 boys who
Mm.
didn't really have a father figure, and now they had one. Yeah, we had problems. Absolutely, we did. Um, but after 5 years, they finally got married. And then they stayed together for I think 13 years, and I think they just finalized the divorce last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just happens. Yeah, I think it's better for
My
everyone just not having crazy expectations and
so
just
the main
life is crazy. You just go with the flow, and I think
Mhm.
that's okay.
So one of the main reasons for, like, I would say for the breakup is basically the entire time I knew my stepdad, he always talked about the idea of us moving to the city and being in the city, Kansas City, because I'm from Kansas originally.
Hmm.
And he moved to a small hick town. Well, if you say something too loudly, everyone knows it,
Oh,
and he drank. So you already know where this went. Oh, you're drinking. You
mm,
must not be a good influence.
yeah,
You know, Especially because he went from a city. Well, it doesn't matter what in a city. It doesn't matter what your politics or any of that shit are, because there's too many people to keep track.
yeah.
Small
There's so many
towns,
people. Yeah.
we
Oh, they know
gossip.
everything.
We gossip.
Everything. Yep. Yep.
I
Yep. Yep.
pissed
Yep.
on a trash can at the rec center, got home before the cops knew I was there, and my mom already knew I peed on the trash can before the
Oh
cops
my
even
god.
arrived. I, in my defense, I was kicked out of a recreational center for doing nothing wrong. I was basically just accused and blamed for shit.
Oh.
On my way of being escorted out, I was like, I gotta pee and poop. Can I use the bathroom? No, because you're just gonna run off. Okay. Well, I gotta pee and I have to ride my bike home. I'm gonna pee on your trash can at the entrance. Screw you. I'm done with this. I was innocent, hell. I ended up having to do 40 hours of community service where I went around and I cleaned the dugouts at a baseball field.
Oh my god.
It wasn't that bad. We're a small
No,
town.
honestly, that doesn't
We're
sound
a
bad.
small
I
town.
mean,
We only have
like,
local teams that are in high school and middle school. We're talking a cement slab that needed swept and a
no.
bench that needed the gum peeled off. And they gave me gloves and a scraper. So I mean, like, it
So
sucked.
bad. I mean, it could definitely be worse, but like,
Yeah,
I think it's a fair like punishment. I
yeah.
guess that's a fair punishment.
That's a foul punishment. I didn't get a juvie record or anything like that. It was just like, hey, you know what? You did wrong, and you're not gonna go to court. It's just you're gonna do this. And my mom didn't fight it or anything. It's like the cop showed up. Was like, you're just gonna go do community service. And it's like, don't you have to process me through the courts? Like
Never
12.
question this.
I was like 12 at the time. I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
No, the fun arrest story is when I was 18.
There you you're like a rebel child. I was such a goody two shoe, as in like I just kept to
So
myself. I
I'm
didn't do
not gonna
anything
sit here and
bad.
say like I was rebellious. I'm just a fighter. Sounds about hey Dank. Sounds about right.
You
Do
just like
everything in a
fight
small
it.
town, everybody will know you. Yeah, no, you do. And that's the thing,
Yeah,
my
small
favorite part,
towns
if
are
you
rough.
sit in your house for too much, if you just don't communicate with the neighborhood in a small town, you're still a problem.
You know what gives me PTSD and I will never do, even if I had millions of dollars? The HOA stuff. That seems insane. Like, why would you
God,
ever want to be part of a HOA ever? Like, I've never
dude,
heard anything good.
I see the freaking videos of that crap and it's like, dude, what the hell? Uh
I will admit, and I know it's not all HOAs, but like, I will admit the HOA at the condo place I lived at for a while, they were actually pretty good. Like, they actually did did shit for the people, which was
mm,
nice. But at the same time, it's hard because there's obviously was rules and stuff. You couldn't do like certain things. Like we couldn't
yeah.
have anything out on our balcony, like no lights and stuff because they want it to look like clean, you know? They didn't want like one person to have like a flag and another person to have like random lights. They wanted it to try to look how prestigious this condo looked.
It,
So,
yeah, but that makes sense,
yeah.
they have to sell it.
I understand condo stuff, but for a house, I would not buy a house
Nah,
that I
fuck
would not be able
houses.
to do what the fuck I want because of some no. I don't want my house to look exactly like everyone else's. I do not. I do not like that.
And my crazy thing with that is like half the time you can not be following the rule, and then suddenly it's like, oh hey, by the way, you've been doing this wrong for like a year and no one said anything to you, but now it's a problem suddenly.
Yep. Yeah, it's I don't know. It just seems very stuffy. I
I had to
I want
explain
to
to
be able.
somebody recently that a city can actually remove you from your house if you do not keep it clean.
Wait. What do you mean? You mean like the outside clean? Are you
Yeah,
sure? Really?
yeah. So it comes down to
I guess what legal right? I'm more curious because I know HOAs have their own bullshit. Like I know that's a thing, but
so traditionally the idea is like you'll be fined a lot for like doing it, which is very
okay.
common. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're just getting a fine, you're just getting a fine. After a specific amount of fines, they can sit here and be like, look, you either need to fix your crap or condemning type thing, you know? So it's not, and I'm talking like, I'm talking like you're not repairing your house, you're not upkeeping your house, you're not cleaning the,
Oh, okay, yeah, more like
I'm
health
talking the
health.
worst of the worst type people, you know?
Okay, that's understandable. I was thinking, I'm like, I have never heard of anybody, and I've seen some people just
Mhm.
like junkyard, like.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. It's like in a small town like what I had. My grandpa had a half of a city block, right? So we are discussing a football field, bigger. Like we are discussing bigger than a football field of how much land he owned.
Oh wow,
Okay?
that's awesome.
Very. So take that football field, cut it in half hot dog wise, that's what he owned, right?
Hmm.
On one side of that was his house. And between the house and the other side of his property was two sheds, you know, and these are like hard structure sheds, mind you. You get a little bit farther out, there's a playground area for us kids. There's some not it's not great land like yard walking or whatever, but like they tried their best to like kind of have fountains and like figures and stuff in their yards a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and plants and things to decorate it. You get down to the farther out area is where you start getting the junk pit. You know, so
Hmm.
this is literally just a fenced-in area that has an area that we can unfence to get large objects in it. And my grandpa was eventually forced by the city to keep his uh trailers in now, his camper in now, and any old vehicles that won't running in now. And it's like, dudes, like even if he's actively trying to fix the vehicle, it's like, oh well, you haven't touched in a few days, so it's junk and you're letting junk sit on your property. So if you don't fix it, we'll fine you. And it's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah. People just like money and a sense of power and,
Well, I mean,
entitlement.
that was obvious when you take and you look at it and you realize that the mayor of the city has been the mayor of the city on and off for like the last 20 years. And it's like, oh, you two take turns being the mayor. Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
That's fucking disgusting. Look at yourself and just say stop. So we're moving into a different green. This one's Castellan. I'm going to try it out and see how much I hate it. As I said, painting is mostly just making mistakes. Because I could sit here and put on a color I absolutely despise. Right? So, let's see. The time I got arrested was funny.
What? I have no fun stories. I'm such a boring person.
Okay,
I like to hear about stuff I do not like. I do not
well,
like being
here's
in
the
it.
thing. If
I'm
I
a
was
baby.
arrested and I was ashamed of it, I would not be talking about it.
Oh, now I'm really curious.
So in high school, I believe I was I was a junior. Yeah, I was a junior because I hadn't went to basic yet. This is relevant. It's very relevant. Um, so I was in science class. I have help from a paraprofessional because I have an IEP because, who would think that I can't pay attention to shit. It's weird. So Alpera, in the middle of Kansas, in the middle of a small town in Kansas, is openly gay. I have zero problems with this because at this point in my life, I didn't even realize it was illegal to be married. You couldn't be married if you were gay. Never knew. I'm talking, and I'm correcting one of the fucking jocks. Go figure. And in this case, that jock happens to be the star baseball player. We have a game that day.
Oh god.
Oh god. And we're in a small town, which means your parents have buying power, depending on what they do. The boy's dad was a cop.
Stop it.
No. You know where this went pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's actually really fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway, so continuing this story because it gets better, I promise. I hope. What's up, Onyx? Home for
Hi,
lunch?
Onyx.
Home for
What'd you
lunch
get
or
me?
done?
I'm done.
You done?
12:50.
Nice. Morris says hi.
Hi,
I
Mora.
say hi. What food did he? What did he bring home? I want
He
food.
brought Burger King.
I did. I also bought
What'd
myself
you get me?
a Bacon King, the number 4. If you don't like that, I got churro fries.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, yo, give me those fries. Absolutely, I'd fuck up those fries.
Alright. So in high school, para teacher. The kid looked at me after correcting him and said, "Shut up, faggot." Before I had a chance to stop myself, my hand was in his face.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Hey, can't say that word.
Yes, I can.
Not on Twitch. They don't allow it.
Yeah, well, I'll get banned then.
Well, too late. We'll find out. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Just saying.
That's a no word.
I believe every word should be always said, no matter what the word is. I got Velcro stuff to my socks. I don't like it.
How do you have Velcro stuff to your socks? Alright, anyway. So, kid says that, my hands ends up in his face. I realize what happened. I start walking out of class to go to the principal's office. I know what I did. Yep.
I can't believe you got arrested for that. That's crazy.
Hold up. It gets better. There's a reason I got arrested. I don't agree with the reason, but whatever. So, I'm gonna stop painting so I can tell the story.
It'll literally be. I can't do 2 things at once. It's crazy.
So cop shows up. So I go to the office. The principal's not there. It's the assistant principal. The assistant principal is also the athletics director.
Mhm.
Keep in mind, we have a baseball game this day, and I just punched this star athlete in the face. I get up there. Thank you, Onyx. So I get up there. Did you give this kid a bloody nose? Honestly, I have no idea. I kind of just hit him and walked out of class. And it's like, you gave him a bloody nose. It's like, until I see that he has a bloody nose, I don't believe I gave him a bloody nose. I'm sorry. Kid comes in, has a bloody nose. It's like,
Fuck.
this isn't starting well.
Yeah.
I was like, you gave him a bloody nose. Why did you do that? It's like, he called me a name. I was like, so you just hit him because he called it a name? It's like, I'm not supposed to say this word. Like, what the fuck?
I
I would have just said it.
spot with Burger King. Burger King,
Fat
Jesus gets it, my man. That's why Jesus is great.
I'm more of a Wendy's girl, but
You know, I will say Wendy's is respectable, but you're wrong. Burger King #1.
I'm not gonna lie. The few times I've gone to Burger King, I have not had a good experience. So, at least around here.
I don't care if some who other
That's
people.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
I'm also reading things then.
Why most of us don't care about that, when you have power and you're in a position of power, you do care because you want to curry favor.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't.
Maybe you should teach your kid not to be a little shit.
Oh, yes.
Literally.
Here's the thing. The one thing I've noticed with all rich motherfuckers is that they can't raise their fucking kids properly because they give them to a goddamn TV, say, here, I'm busy watching Baby Shark.
That's not even just rich people, that's all people.
No, that's rich people.
No,
Yeah.
'cause we literally have seen
That's
people.
actually.
I see people do
yeah.
that all the time, and they're not rich.
Some of my cousins are fucked because of
Yeah.
that.
My nieces and nephews are fucked because of that. It pisses me off greatly.
The last great generation.
Right. Coco Melon, says Fat
Coco
Jesus.
Melon. Yeah, that's
maybe
the
Fat
name,
Jesus
Coco
isn't so great
Melon.
if he's promoting Coco Melon. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. Anyway, I get up to the principal's office, all that crap happens, the student leaves, the assistant principal looks at me, starts screaming at me, knocks shit off of his desk, and I'm like, hey, I'm 18, I'm fucking leaving your office, talk to me when you actually feel like not throwing things and feel like letting me be safe in here.
You feel like acting like an adult.
Yeah. If you want me, I will be in my next class, but I'm not going to talk to you when you're like this. Calls the the police officer that's assigned to the freaking school after 9/11. What the frick they were called?
Security officers?
No. They have an actual name. School resource officer.
Can I just say how sad you have to be, call like a police officer or whatever to like handle this? Like, I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
It gets better because remember, like I said, this isn't a small town.
After 9/11?
No, this was no. Well, yes, after 9/11, not right after. This was 2009. So after Onyx, let me explain something to you. Before 9/11 happened, there was no such thing as a school resource officer.
Yeah. Can we go back to that, please?
Yes. Oh, you mean get rid of school resource officers?
Back to before 2000.
I would love to.
We'll never be there. This is what we live in now.
I know, and
Let's live in the year 2000. Isn't that a problem for you?
Yeah.
You're not a... Is that why you want to go back? Because you won't be alive? Falsely. I want to go back to the 1990s.
When I was a baby.
So I can watch the Transformers.
Whoa. That's time travel. That's not us just wiping the rest of the future out.
Yeah, but I just wish I could go back to 1984 and watch the Transformers air on television.
No other reason, just the Transformers?
Yes, just the Transformers.
You're not going to take and just stay back there and be like, you know what, stops? Lame.
Just Transformers.
I'd sit back down and I'd be the new knob. No. Oh, God. I don't want to know. I'd be like the New Age Notre Dame, where it's like, on this day, this will happen, and just be extremely cryptic about it. It'd be great. Um, Fat Jesus, be quiet, please.
Like Jesus said, "Hey, do not tell Jesus in this household to be quiet."
I think I do after that.
Yo, that's fair though. I get it. That's fair. I'd do what Brian Griffin did too. I'd hop on the plane and be like, "Oh yeah, take this, suckers! Well, bam, bam, bam. 9/11 never happened. I'm a hero."
Wait, I didn't see this episode.
See, Fat Jesus gets it. See.
All right. So, school resource officer shows up. As I said, small town. School resource officer used to be my Boy Scout leader. School resource officer lives a block and a half from his family, and my family grew up a block and a half from each other. I've been to his house numerous times. He was my Boy Scout leader. He knows I have a speech impediment. Right? We walk into the office. He tells my para she can't come in, of course, because, you don't want witnesses for this. I don't blame you after what you fucking did, you piece of shit.
You're cutting out a little. I didn't hear you. What'd you say after?
So I said...
What part did
what part did I cut out on? Yeah.
So you cut off after you said that he knows you have a speech impediment, and then you cut out.
So we get into the office. I bring a para with me to the office who I trust.
Yep.
She's told she can't come in, of course. We go in. He looks at me, tells me, "Shut up, sit down, and only speak if you're spoken to." Yes, sir. Sir? What's a sir? His exact words.
The resource officer?
Yeah, the school resource.
Are you fucking serious?
I bring my thumb to my mouth and bite it. And I ask, do I have to hit you too to get my point across that I don't like being made fun of? I asked a question. This is all on his body cam. His dad is the chief of police, by the way. Or the sheriff, I can't remember. He stands up, aggressively. Guess what the kid who's going into the military does as well? Stands up in defense. Before I can do anything, my head is in his hand, being slammed against a wall, and then being drugged to the floor against that wall. And this is a wall that is a bulletin board, mind you. So there's thumbtacks.
Huh.
I get put in handcuffs. I get walked out the front door. No big deal. The bell goes off. People come out. They see me being arrested. No big deal. I don't give a shit. Never have. Because I don't talk to those people anymore. We get out to the car. I'm standing by the trunk. And all of a sudden, my head is in the trunk. I start crying. I've had 2 fucking head injuries. Bite his dick. And also, at the same time, I'm trying to join the military. I'm trying to go to basic. You know? Like, I've already signed up. I'm trying not to get my life fucked up right now.
Yep.
And he knows this. Get in there, start doing the intake, and I start asking questions like, no. I asked him a question. I asked if I needed to hit him. No, I did not threaten him. No, I did not raise my fist at him. I just kept saying this and insisting I didn't threaten him. Sheriff comes in, knows me, asks me what happened. I told him his son made fun of my speech impediment. Guess how quickly that got thrown out?
I'm sure. Great.
His dad was not very happy with him after that. I went and watched what Onyx had pulled up. It's kind of funny. Alright, so that's a nice color.
I like that. Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
creator of this game has the same name I do.
What? Onyx Prime?
No.
Oh. You said the creator has the same name.
That is you.
Oh, that one. Okay. Real names, people. Real names. All right. We're going to move into another one. I know it looks exactly the same, doesn't it? All those greens.
It's coming together really nicely, by the way, Cleo.
Cute. I've been enjoying your help with helping me pick paints.
Yeah. Hey, I'm probably gonna have to scoot in about like 15, 20 minutes.
No,
Actually
that's
need a
fine.
still
We
need a
can.
shower and
No,
enjoy some
that's
stuff.
fine. And we can in stream around then too, because like I said,
Yeah.
today's mostly just a yapping session, enjoying light, easy things, doing some
I
paint
like that.
touch-ups and color theory on some of the ones I've already finished because Laura, what are you doing later today? You want to do Helldivers?
You know what? Yeah. I'm down. I'm down for Helldivers. I'm doing nothing. I'm just gonna go out and run some errands and then come back later and
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
be free. Just let me know when you guys wanna Helldive. Ping me or whatever.
Let us know when you get back home. Onyx is off the rest of the day. I just have to take some videos and make some stuff for tomorrow. Because I forgot to do that yesterday.
Yeah, sounds good. I've been dying to play Helldivers again. I can only have like one obsession at a time, and it's been Monster Hunter.
No, that's fair. Monster Hunter is very intensive though.
God, so
did
good.
you see? Okay, do you know who Pirate Software is?
I do not. No.
Okay, so his real name's Thal. He's a nice guy. Super cool, super chill community. I get a lot of streaming advice and things from him.
Oh,
Also
nice.
like game theory ideas, things like that. But he showed his build, and his build is essentially like he eats the mushrooms, and his party gets the effects for them, and that's it.
I love that.
And I love this because essentially he's implying that he's out there stuffing his face while his friends are getting their asses kicked by Diablos.
It
And I
do
think
be
that's
like that
funny
sometimes.
as shit.
Yeah, just doing some casual fishing and other stuff, you know. Oh, my friends die.
Yeah, my friends can die. It's fine. They shouldn't have picked a fight they can't win. Hey, that's looking good.
What else do you have left to paint on this?
So
I'm just gonna layer some stuff and just do a little detailing.
yeah, it's just a bunch of layering and detailing for the big night. So eventually I'll get to the point where it's different shades of green, things like that. All the little nuts and stuff. So there's a bunch of bolts on here. I'm not sure you can see, but all of those will get a touch of brass or something. There's 2 hooks that are supposed to go uphill. Things like that. And then I got to do his right arm because it's completely unpainted right now. I'm probably done with his main body because I was always done with his main body. And this is the one I did all of the work on up front. And then probably just layering over on this side and this shoulder pad.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Realizing that
Yeah,
one doesn't have that shoulder
I
pad.
want to show more of my boys.
I showed Yotao and
My Death Guard.
the one with the scythe on it.
Which one? There's a
Cool.
couple of them that have sides.
The one that's
Raising it up?
Yeah.
Typhus.
Show
Typhus.
me.
Right.
Alright. So this boy is currently not finished, as you can see, but all the black is done, so he's 50% done. This is a little
Ooh.
neophyte.
So this is, remember how we were talking Space Marines and like how different ones have different toughnesses and things like that, but they're all Space Marines? This is what I mean.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
this is a neophyte. Neophytes have been partially modified, so they have some of the gene seed implantations, but not all of them.
I haven't even told her about gene seed implantations because that's a whole.
So think Captain America, but with like 5 extra organs, and then you get to the Primaris Space Marines, and they have about 12 extra organs
Perfect.
instead.
And this is why I didn't explain it to you. It's like there's a lot of this, and I don't know how to really sum it up beautifully. That was great.
Yeah. So there's what he will look like finished, except that guy has a helmet and the original guy did.
This guy has a helmet because he's not stupid.
Correct.
Put your helmets on. No, it's a whole funny thing in the community. Well,
most players, if they're not playing Space Marines,
don't have helmets.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I'm gonna get my fish boy.
And it's a absolute pain in the ass to paint skin tones and make it look good.
I disagree.
Well, maybe for you.
I only paint one color of skin tone though, so
yeah, so do I. And it's
white. This is my little fish boy. And I say fish boy because this is a Tau, right? But this is one of the people units from him. They have blue skin.
Oh, look at him.
So, my favorite army is the Black Templars. So they're like holy crusaders, they're Templars, except instead of being during the Crusades of the early centuries of Earth, it is the year 40,000. Anyway, here is my sword brother Castellan.
Wow, look at that. So tiny. You're so little.
And then I got my tiniest model now.
Yeah, I did my best with him. He's cool.
Dude, you did great with him.
Yeah, I love that.
Even the candles.
Yeah, no, you did
great. I tried my best.
I like that.
But the main difference between like...
I painted half of his face silver? Fuck, I didn't realize I was that good.
Good job. But the main difference between like what I'm trying to achieve and what you're trying to achieve, I think, is I want to go to competitions for paint. You don't.
Yeah.
I think you do a fine fucking job.
I'd still enter these into tournaments, though. Be like, yeah, I think they look good. I want to see how they would do. Like, I want to see how many votes people would give.
As a entry-level tournament, you'd 100% be able to do fine, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to try and get some tips and talk and network. We were just talking about this. Do more shit, especially local stuff.
Yeah, do local shit.
Fuck it. Put yourself out there.
We will.
Yeah, drive like 4 hours away.
We will have local shit. They're going to be doing... So this is the guy I painted yesterday. That helmet is sick, bro. Says Mad Cat to you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
So, this is the guy I painted yesterday. His name's Vulcan Histon. He's one of the captains of the Salamanders. Wait, I forgot. I want to show his backside too, because I'm super proud of this guy.
I love them. They're so cute.
This is my chapter master for the Black Templars, High Marshal Helbrecht.
So Mora actually just...
Oh wow, look at that one.
Mora just did her first Gunpla stream on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm halfway done because I ADHD brain. I already fucked some pieces up I fixed, but...
It's fine.
As you can see, I've got everything black that I want, black. So at this point, it's going to be slapping a shit ton of gold on them.
That's awesome. I like the details on like the, I don't know what you call it, but the base, I guess, like all the little things.
Yeah, the base. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the terrain.
So.
Oh, terrain. Yeah. That's cool detailing.
His gun here actually has a name, funny enough. It's called Ferocity, and it's just a normal ass combi gun.
I want that gun.
This has names.
Yeah.
Which is great, because the military loves naming things.
The sword, though, the sword is named. It is the sword of the High Marshals. First wielded by First Captain Sigismund of the Imperial Fist, turned First High Marshal of the Black Templars during the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
So, these guys So, there's one rule for the Codex Astartes that a lot of Space Marine chapters need to follow. And that is, you are limited to 1,000 brothers in a chapter. Little bit of history for you. Before the Codex
Ooh.
Astartes was implemented by Primarch Roboute Guilliman, he came to his brothers and proposed the idea of the Codex. Half of the brothers agreed. Half of them sided with their brother Rogel Dorn, the Primarch of the Imperial Fist. He was like, bro, if you're a pussy if you can't control your own forces, dog. Plus, you weren't even at Terra helping me defend. Sanguinius fucking died. The Lion fucked off and did his own thing, having a secret war. And everyone else was just not fucking here or trying their best to help me. What were you doing, bro? Oh, you were on the other side of the galaxy because you got lured there by our brother, the traitor?
I thought he was getting elf pussy that time.
No, he had to die first to get the elf pussy.
Ah, right.
Oh, so that's how you get it. Got it. Death comes first.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can show this off now.
Madcap, that's pretty funny.
What did Madcap say?
My blood angels get around this by naming their death company as casualties. We technically have 11 companies.
That's fucking amazing!
That's so good.
But yeah, so
I'm just gonna stop this.
Back-
I'm gonna stop listing my Space Marines as KI.
So, Mora, back to the 40th millennium now. The Black Templars, because they were made during the Horus Heresy, and there's a technical rule to the Codex Astartes that states you can have more than 1,000 battle brothers if you're crusading. They have been crusading for the past 10,000 years. Every war front they're on is a different crusade. So, one of the most popular Black Templar stories is called Hell's Reach. I can actually send you the movie version if you'd like, instead of reading the 12-hour long book.
Now, read the 12-hour long book tomorrow, please. Please do.
I will not do such a thing. If Mora would like to listen to it on my Audible, all she has to do is ask for my email and password.
She wants you to read it to her.
No.
Social security number?
No.
Correct?
No. I don't even have one of those.
Yeah.
You need. What are you doing? You live in America. That's the best way to build credit.
I
is credit
have
cards.
other ways to build credit.
Mora, I'm going to show off something I forgot about in my units that Onyx had to remind me.
But anyway, so in Hell's Reach, at one point, our main character goes, "You are the new Emperor's champion of the Hell's Reach Crusade. Now fight and die."
So you do it.
And I guess they called it the Hell's Reach Crusade because they were defending Hell's Reach.
I love that. So cool.
Everything's a crusade. Anyway, Cleo wanted me to show this off because this is her.
Gonna show it off in a sec.
It's already in frame.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh wow.
This is her Kit Bashed Redemptor Dreadnought. This is originally a
God,
Brutalis
that's
Dreadnought.
cool.
It's not supposed to have this Melta-Gun arm. It's supposed to have another one of these.
See.
Wow.
It also doesn't have the Melta nipples either. It's supposed to have bolter nipples.
Yeah, well, leave me alone.
Actually, if it was a Redemptor, it would have the grenade launcher nipples.
I wish I had grenade nipples.
Ow.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to put a socket, but
Instead of like, I wish I had grenade nipples. Instead of lactating, I just shot grenade.
Hey, oh God, need to add an update to woman. Make him lactate Gatorade.
Come on.
I need to get you to watch Idiocracy.
She won't last 2 hours, let alone 12. Yeah.
It's true. Also, hold on. I gotta pee so bad. I was
don't-
trying to hold it.
Go
I
piss,
can't.
piss,
I
baby.
can't hold it. I gotta
Go
pee.
piss, baby, go. Go piss,
I'll do
baby,
that.
go. Don't worry about it, Jesus. We're not sinning over here.
The only sin in this house is the fact that there's a deaf Plague Marine company.
I put half a Space Marine in mine. That golden. Yeah, I've seen people do that,
I
man.
put half a Space Marine in mine?
Yeah, so what they'll do is they'll literally just.
Yeah.
Did you glue that?
I did. I have to glue that one. I did. I think I did.
Oh.
Pretty sure I did.
If not, just grab my Redemption.
Nope, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what he would do is
I think I
build the half of the torso,
I
chop
did.
the back off.
Can't remember if I did that one, but yeah.
You probably did do this one.
Yeah.
That or the paint was just
Yeah, I'm gonna guess to paint it. Anyway, let's put it back down. Move your high, Marshall.
no.
Yes.
Damn, I am Marshall Helbert.
No, you can just put him on the table. That's where he's gonna be best.
Okay, fine.
Since I'm gonna have to stand like this apparently.
Well, you're gonna be treated as such because your name is Jesus.
Do you wanna move?
Yeah, I'm gonna move instead of you straddling me.
Alright. So here's the fun part of this. I know it's glowing effects. We're having a rave. It's only fade. It's only for like a little bit.
Here, let's move it up. Because now they can see it. Glow in the dark paint's pretty dope.
These ones don't last as long because I mixed them in with regular paint.
But
so it subsides quickly, but it looks more
under
like,
UV light, it's pretty.
It looks radioactive, and the great thing about it is the sun will charge this if it's outside. It's great, and I love it. And I'm trying to incorporate more. John Twitch is now on the case. Okay, well, shoot. Unfollowed and reported. Onyx, what did you do while I was away?
Your mother.
Wow, rude. God, I want to slap you. The second time I almost got arrested.
You got some splash, gel, and glow pigments. You can get some seriously cool glow in the dark.
I do agree. I'm going to show you the glow pigment I use.
I'm going to show off my Blade Guard Veteran Sergeant.
Show it. I'm back.
Hey, you missed it.
We got to show more of the fun things again.
I got to get the lightsaber out. Look at the lightsaber.
Oh! Oh! Whoa!
She made her mini glow in the dark.
Whoa! Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
I like how I do that right beside my fucking ear. Fuck.
Yeah, it hurts, don't it?
I'm treating it like a flashlight. Yes, it does. I just hope that. I put them under UVA for a few hours and they glow for nice. I use Lit by Stuart Simple. It was kind of one of the first things I just kind of found. Came with 4 colors, was $50. What do you guys use for glow pigment? So, Mara, what do you use to glow in the dark?
I normally just eat some luminescent paint and
Walk outside.
I just glow all the time. Yeah.
I like eating uranium. I think it tastes good.
Yeah, that's a good little snack.
Yeah, and plus the calories that are in it. Like, there's a reason I don't have to eat much.
I would like to show off my cool tank.
Cool tank.
Oh, a tank.
Oh!
It's okay. This was in the video game Space Marine 2. Equipped exactly like this.
Most of the things we're showing for Space Marine 2.
This is what is known as a repulsor. It's a big old hover tank.
Shit.
Alright, get my banned books over there.
That's freaking cool.
Onslaught Gatling cannon on the top.
What is it?
Twin las cannon. And then the and then the las talon. I believe it's the twin las talon and then just a las cannon. I don't remember. I have to look at the data sheets. But anyway, it is also equipped with what is known the las talon.
Wait, what?
Wow, that's pretty
That's
beefy.
what they called me in high school.
I know the Executioner is better.
Wait.
But I got this for Christmas.
Jesus, did they call you the Executioner in high school? Or did they call you the las cannon in high school?
Yeah, Madcap. I know the Executioner is better for shooting, but this also has a pretty high transport capacity. At that point, I just shove a group of Hellblasters in here. They pop out, they get charged, hop back in, shoot them.
Yep.
I
And then
love
you
that.
do, and then you just do what Cleo does.
You
What does Cleo
hide.
do? Oh,
Cleo replaces the normal gun on a tank with one that shoots lava.
wow.
So, for reference, this cannon is supposed to be just a bigger version of one of these las cannons
Oh,
here.
it's in that box right there, probably built. By the way, oh, it's up now. I'm a psycho. I just uploaded mine. If y'all want to check, absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
I'll check that out as soon as I'm done with stream. Absolutely, Madcap. I want to freaking hang out with you. You paint and do shit. Get in my Discord. Links in the description, literally on YouTube. If it's not, let me know and I'll fix that. That's one of the other things I want to do. I want to go in and delete my entire Discord and rebuild it.
The high wash.
Oh. It's like, what do you want from him?
Do
I
it.
didn't see him.
Hang on, I gotta show off the best model that I have in my collection.
Is it Pedro Canto?
Pedro Canto!
Part of me wonders if you got this. Did you? Part of me wonders if you're so excited his name is Pedro because of Pedro Pascal. I swear to God, do I need to buy you some chrome paint for him now? I will. I will spend $40 to get some chrome paint for you to paint him.
Pedro's dope.
Pedro.
It's actually
The Gauntlet of Dawn.
that's the other thing that like I really love about painting Mora is the amount of colors that have been coming out in recent years have been absolutely amazing. Because now we have paints that are you can literally just paint things chrome now. You can make things look like a mirror
Focus.
and all these cool things.
It doesn't want to focus. Lame.
One of my favorite paints is this one.
Which is?
This is Black 2.0. It absorbs over 90% of light. I use it sparingly.
Cielo Cantos. Madcap, I will get a link for you in a second. I would also like to show off the purple cube that I got in the mail recently.
Yep. So on this
Ooh.
guy, the only Black 2.0 on him really is these two squares right now.
Oh, that one came out really good too.
Thank you.
Napoleon Dynamite. FJ.
I got Burger King to eat.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you do. You've just been so happy. It's like show and tell, right?
Yeah, show and tell. I get to show off my autism.
I get to show off my autism too every day at 11 a.m.
Yeah, but you don't go to work.
This is why that's
know.
why I do it. It's the only balance. It's the only balance I got.
I know.
Oh,
And I don't blame you, though.
if honest to goodness, if I didn't do streaming, I probably would.
I'm talking about your good-ass sleep schedule. Fuck.
You could have that too. Just go to bed.
But I'm dumb.
Go to bed at midnight. Stop being dumb. When I look at you and say, I'm going to bed, sit down and be like,
Go to bed.
I'm going to go to bed too. Not go to bed at 8 a.m. You find it funny, this is the second time we've streamed in a week and we're talking sleep again.
So, Mora, for reference,
Onyx stays up all night and I stay up all day.
yesterday, I had to work at 5:30 a.m. my time.
Well, no, that's only because you go early because your boss asked you to and you don't want to tell him no.
Well, I've also just figured out what he's doing.
He's training you to be a manager.
Yeah.
You just figured that out?
I figured that out actually one day.
I'm
like, what? Does he want me to come in at 5:30 in the morning?
I've known that he's been training you to be a manager for like the last few months because of how he's been treating you.
Yeah.
and just the discussions that you've been coming home and having. So like being like, oh well, they're talking to me about like these things, and they're wanting me to write up like where I think my flaws are, where I think I can improve, things like that. It's like they're prepping you. They're trying to make you realize you got mistakes.
No, I know I've got mistakes.
Everyone realizes that. It's a matter of
I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
It's a matter of I, as a manager, I'm gonna point out your mistakes to you and see if you fix them.
And I do my best.
And you do your best. And that's better than the person who I take and I point out the mistakes to and they don't do anything to correct it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Actually, we just...
She got fired?
She's fucking gone, yeah.
That's good. I should apply. Well, they're gonna need a full-timer soon.
Yeah.
Sorry, put it like that.
Here's the thing. We might be taking Mr. Pilot Man.
No. Full-time?
Yeah.
That would make sense. He's been there longer, too.
Yeah, plus, like, he's a pilot. He can get any fucking job he wants as a commercial pilot. Flyer.
Yeah, screw that, though.
He's been applying all over, though, and no one's been wanting to hire.
There's a bunch of things going on with that, but
he's literally getting screwed out of it.
Well, same with me. I have college degree. I have a military background. How many companies?
Show off the purple cube.
Oh, you haven't shown it off yet?
No.
How many people do you see? How many companies do you say it's like, oh yeah, we love our veterans?
None.
Every one of them.
And it pisses me off.
It pisses me off.
This is the Nido Nice Cube. It's a stress ball, but it's not a normal stress ball because it's gel.
See, my favorite part is it's warmed up. It's not freezing cold right now.
I love when it's freezing cold. No! Oh, careful.
Oh, that's cool.
Who bought it?
It's not going to break underneath my hand.
Yeah, but I saw
underneath. Yeah, no, underneath your hand, maybe. I'm not. My hand's too small.
Yeah, that's why I'm being very gentle with my squishies, and I just like to go. Yeah, it's just, and the best part is, it forms back.
Honestly, it's just a gelatinous cube.
It really is just a gelatinous cube.
Like, I could just take and...
Oh, I need that in my life.
No!
It's literally the size of a gelatinous cube. Hey, you just opened that. Opened that after I gave that to you like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know. It's real.
Oh my god!
Now how do we get the bones in here? Actually, that's kind of cool. I was wondering.
So, official D&D gelatinous slime model.
What's your Pedro Cantor?
And the Nido Nice Cube.
Oh,
I like this. I like
if
this.
not for the flag, I could just eat
They're the same size.
That's insane.
They're literally the same size. Except one's squishy and one's made of plastic, and both are made of plastic.
I was about to say, don't say one's made of plastic. Clearly both. I'm never painting this. You know why I'm never painting this, right?
Why?
I'm too afraid to try translucenting.
Translucent paint?
Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm gonna paint this, it's just gonna be a color. You're not gonna see through it. So, it's just gonna come down to actually learning how to paint a gelatinous cube. And...
There you go.
No.
So, working towards a promotion and a pay raise. Nice, Onyx.
Yep.
Thank you.
Onyx is walking.
Actually, I will be transferring out in like 2 to 6 months.
Yep. So, Onyx and I will eventually be splitting up as roommate. Sad.
Yeah.
No, but
good intentions, good reasons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which, in all honesty, I'm kind of fine with, and we talked about this, because if I can't get a job, I'm gonna have to move out. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And honestly, if I'm not getting a job in your city and I can go to another city and get a job, I'm moving.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. So, mainly it's just trying to make sure that both of all, like, the end game happens at the same time, so we're both out of here at the same time, not, you know.
Leaving one of them stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be less
trying to
stressful.
take care of each other.
That's good.
Because I just want to be paying for electricity at that point. I just pay that up for the month and be like, yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like if I take and I leave out, like I'm gonna finish, like I'm gonna pay the rent for a month. I'm gonna pay my part of the rent for the month. I'm gonna take care of the utilities for the upcoming month, and then after that, it's just gonna be this is on you.
At that point, I'm going.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like you're gone from. Because if I leave, as soon as I leave, I expect maybe 2 weeks.
We're not getting our deposit back, though.
We know that. And nobody in this building probably ever got their deposit back. This place is built cheaply. The freaking wrap on the dolls is all screwed up because it's cheap wrap.
Anyway, I got Burger King.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Go eat your Burger King. I am gonna hop off as well. Get my day going.
I remember. And on that note, we're also gonna be ending the stream. So it was a fun yap session at the end. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would like to do more of these. I don't mind. I like just talking and just watching and stuff.
Yeah, no,
Painting's definitely not my thing, I don't think, but I
Well,
like watching other people and just talking. So it's
yeah,
nice.
no, it's hard to yap when you're painting.
Oh yeah,
And,
no,
like I said, hence why it's like you want to come help me with this.
Yeah, it's good. I honestly like, especially when I was doing the Gunpla. It's a nice thing just to do to talk. But like we were talking about earlier, it was ADHD brain. It's hard to focus on one thing. I either go quiet while building, or like I need to be focused and talk.
Yeah, like I can sit here and I can sing you Pokemon Johto while playing Helldivers, but do not expect me to have a full-blown conversation. And also be trying to build something meticulous. Speaking of meticulous, we got something for you.
Magnus the Red.
Big boy.
Ooh.
Is that the guy I'm fighting?
No. That's cool.
I'm going to be fighting one of his other big boys. He's going to get that as soon as he's done with
this. This is Magnus the Red, the demon Primarch of Tzeentch. That's why he's got bird claws and other shit and bird wings.
I actually never noticed the talons on his feet. To be fair, he is at like 6 feet in the air, so I can't see him up though.
You also need to know that Magnus did nothing wrong.
Yeah, in the beginning he didn't.
Magnus did nothing wrong at all. He was on a quest to save his son's lives. He thought he succeeded. Instead, he was betrayed.
I gotta face this horrible creature.
Yeah, you get to face this
week, and by this week I mean tomorrow.
This is Mortarion, Demon Primarch of the Death Guard, and Demon Primarch of Nurgle.
Damn.
He is stinky bitch. That's why he got moth wings. Rot and decay are his thing.
So, like we talked about, like the level of detail. The bigger the model,
the detailing, that's crazy.
This was $160.
Now he is what to the Death Guard?
He is their Primarch.
Okay, so he's
their son, or he's their father.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he literally farts on his enemies. His shooting ability is called Rotwind.
I love that. He's like me for real.
So when people say Mortarion is going to fart on you, Mortarion is going to fart on you.
Huh.
And we got these little boys to support him. Mephitic Blight Haulers, little demon engines.
Oh, they're kind of cute.
We're gonna be playing a game tomorrow. You said you're off what time?
5.
We're gonna be starting about 6, I believe, and then we'll be continuing that game through Thursday. I also may end up having to cancel Thursday's stream chat. I might have a doctor's appointment. It might also be tomorrow. I'll check Twitter, check YouTube. I'll let you know.
30 Pox Walkers. You will never
see that Burger King?
Yes, but I want to show off my
Go eat your Burger King.
Pox Walker. All right? Just a tiny little infected
zombie.
Yeah, just a tiny little infected zombie. Now imagine 30 of these on the board.
That sounds awful.
It's going to be great. I'm doing it tomorrow. Gonna be fine.
I gotta show off the chunky motherfuckers.
You got this.
I want to hit my stream. You need to eat.
Yes, but chonky boys do chonky things.
Oh, you talking to Tomanators?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. You have one. So, Mora, the
Hi, yeah.
one guy you were showing, was he T3? The
Was he
scout?
what?
Oh, the neophyte?
Yeah.
T4.
Okay, he is a T4. So this is a guy that has T5. They're known as Tomanators.
Hmm.
I don't know what that's from. In this case, these are Death Guard Terminators,
Light Shroud Terminators.
specifically for the armies of chaos. So when it comes to Space Marines, you have two types. You have chaos, and then you have normal. We prefer the normal ones in this household, but we do make a small exception. No,
Good
we
to
made a
know.
joke. We actually made a joke about this. Every one of my armies is part of the Imperium of Mankind, and Onyx has 4 armies, 5.
5. 2 Space Marines.
So we're going to get into that in a second. So 2 of those are chaos units. One of them is what did the tower referred to as? Xenos, which is aliens. And then the other one of them is in compliance with the Codex Astartes, and the other one says, fuck that, I'm using it as toilet paper. So I don't know if I want to say he's completely on the Imperium of Man side, but maybe he is. Maybe he's not.
I'm just a little crazy.
Maybe his 100,000. Maybe his army of 100,000 Space Marines is for the good of mankind. I don't know. I don't know how big his.
And then that is their leader, Lord Felthius.
Felthius. Filthiest.
Sure. That is a special Lord of Contagion.
Almost
that I had to buy him online for.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. It's like some models you can only get directly from the Warhammer website. And usually for good reason. They're like resin models, things like that. Or they're very specific models that require a lot of attention to detail. And it's not something...
Like me. I require a lot of attention.
It's not something everyone should just be buying from their local comic shop.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, a lot of the resin kits are like that, though occasionally you'll get a few of them in your shop too, because you can just order them and have them in your shop. You know, like I'm trying to tell people how to run their business. All right. Chat, we all love you. Maury, want to say anything before we kick them out?
No, I hope everyone has a great week and have a great day. I don't really have anything to announce. I'm just chilling. Klio, what do you got going on?
I have nothing going on the rest of the day. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for a stream, and then we'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. for another stream where me and Onyx will be trying to beat each other up in a game. And maybe real life, we'll find out. You never know. And then, as I said, I got a doctor appointment coming up, so stay tuned. I might move a stream, I might have to cancel a stream. We'll find out.
Sounds good.
But until then, remember to be amazing and advantageous, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.